congestion issues. So here I am popping into YouTube and listen, calling all the content warriors. You know who you are, God's voice in you, through you, ready to express, ready to reach. It's time. It's time to rise up. You're not in this alone. We're being drawn together, we're being pulled together, and you know who you are. You have been through hell and back a few times, possibly. You know that you have a mess in the background that's now become your message. There's a world of pain in your history that's now becoming your purpose. There are people who need to hear from you as you expressing authentically, vulnerably, transparently, and giving them the good news that there's a possibility of change. There's a possibility of healing. It's a possibility of transformation. And there's a possibility to move out of powerlessness from that empty state of I am helpless and completely apathetic to complete and total empowerment because of God's grace. Grace is something that is given freely, without reservation, without condition, and it's everywhere present. When we open to that, when we are ready to receive it and let it come into our lives, it is always there in abundance. If only I would have known this sooner, I would have suffered a lot less. Now God is good and took my suffering and has turned it into something great, something like a solution for human suffering. And I'm passionate about giving people access to their inner world, to their thoughts, their emotions, their feelings with gentleness, care, and compassion, so that they don't suffer from internal conflict, self-suppression, denial, rejection, self-abandonment, self-sabotage, self-hatred. These are forces and elements that we learn through our engagement with people in the world, typically. And we form these crazy negative conclusions sometimes. But the good news is that when God's light shines into your soul, God dismantles these mechanisms of mistakes, the mechanisms of failure, the mechanisms of pain and suffering that we cause ourselves because of ignorance to what's going on inside, because of powers and forces that got into us and controlled us beyond our own conscious ability to handle and know what to do with them. We have a power to be rising up today, and I'm calling in the content warriors. Your message matters. Meaningful messages in this world today matter. There are plenty of people making content, but not everyone's making content that makes a difference in a positive way. Some people out here just sucking the life out of others for attention. They're just creating drama. They're just adding more to the trauma pool. They're looking for likes and views and clicks, and they don't give a care in the world about how they're getting that done. They're not pouring into you. They're not empowering and enriching you. They're not leading you back into the presence of God, which is the center of your own being, right here, right now. Unfortunately, even some religionists and so-called spiritual people don't even realize what they're doing because they speak away from the fact that God is here now, in you, ready to express through you. Not some religious icon. Jesus is a living presence, not a historical figure alone, but a cosmic reality that is ready to express in the same manner that we read about in the stories of the Gospels. You are a voice for life. You are a voice that brings people to life. That's your purpose. And how that happens, there's an art to that. Your unique self-expression. There's a science to it, the laws of influence. And that's what I give people access to. Understanding what moves people, how to get into people's hearts, how to help people see deeper into themselves so that they feel refreshed, connected, engaged with your message, with your word, and moved by it. That's influence. Now, plenty of people have influence. There's a whole universe of influencers right now in the social media world. But many of these so-called influencers are just out there trying to get attention. They're robbing you of your precious time, your energy, your possibilities, your potential, because it stimulates you in the moment. Immediate gratification, but long-term loss. I'm calling in a realm of people that get to live together, operate together, and work together to create content that cuts through the noise, that makes a difference. You are that person. You have something to say. You have something to share. Your pain becomes your purpose. And the presence that you are with other human beings who are going through what you've already been through. Your history, your entire life experience contains wisdom and opportunities to share yourself in a way that can move people forward in their lives. There's nothing more rewarding, there's nothing more fulfilling. You know who you are, and I'm calling in those people. I have a free quick start guide to help people find out if creating content that matters, creating content that can even turn to cash flow, not because you're trying to get money from people, but because you're actually giving something of value to people. If you've never known how to do this, if you've never known how to turn your experience, your message, your history, your pain into purpose and meaningful messages that make a difference, that positively influence human beings, you can learn pretty quickly. You can turn it into something that works for you right now and brings joy to your heart. You just go to invincibleway.com/quick start, and you'll get the free quick start guide on how you can begin creating meaningful content, how to generate influence, and to do it in an ethical way that feels good from the heart, that empowers other people, that enriches them and can enrich you. If you know the core of your own being, if you've worked through your own struggles, if you've struggled and suffered and not known how to handle it, and then found a way through, other people need to know. There are people out there that don't know how to navigate what they're going through, and you do. Or maybe you just have a passion for something, and you never knew other people would enjoy that. Your voice matters. God is calling from within us all. God is the life substance for everything and everyone in this universe. Transcending all religious perspectives, there's just a presence of life that you already are, that you get to express when you simply tune in and surrender to the gift of life. You didn't have to force your heart to beat. You don't cause yourself to breathe. You don't cause your cells and tissues to multiply and to heal and repair. All of that happens. And that very same life essence, that very same life substance wants to express itself through you and help bring people back together with the goodness that always was present at the center of their own being. So I would love to share with you ways to make that possible. How do you turn your experience into a message that matters, that makes a difference? That's not just hogging attention, robbing people of their precious time and energy just so you can be the one that's getting attention, but your attention is being used in a way that gives back to your viewers, gives them something to live from. That's what's possible. So just want to offer a little prayer and a blessing from my heart, whatever it is that is in your soul right now, whatever challenges or hardships you've been facing. Look, there's a power that's ready to move on your behalf, and you don't have to fight for this. You don't have to struggle for this. In fact, you can relax into it. So I'm just going to pray a blessing and ask God to speak to your heart, to speak to your mind, to speak to your physical body, to help you relax and to rest and to experience the love that you always came from, that you are in fact tuned into right now. This love doesn't condemn, it doesn't judge. It will convict you of things that are getting in the way of you living, to set you free, never to punish you, never to cause you suffering, but to turn you back towards what you were always designed to be, a divine expression, the image of the invisible God, ready to bring life to humanity. That's what you're here for. So may God bless that. May God enrich that. May God strengthen you with power according to God's glorious might in your inner being. I mean, you have fullness of joy in your heart as you find a way through to express what has been inside of you, ready to be unleashed. It's like fruit ready to come forth in a tree, and it will ripen, and it's ready for the eating. Your time has come. Go to invincibleway.com/quick start. That's invincibleway.com/quick start. Get the free guide. Join our community. We have tons of resources and blessings. Great people, really great people that care and that will help stand with you, support you, and help move you forward. And all you got to do is click a link, sign up, read a really awesome free quick start guide, and learn how you can become a voice for truth, for love, for freedom, for power, for aliveness, for other human beings. And we'll see you there. All right, God bless you.